I'm just curious, big picture, Steve, how do you think the White House is doing what is on your mind?
We look at a president who is so clearly in over his head and out of his depth, who has been dishonest, who has been imprecise, who's been inaccurate, and whose deadly indecision will be paid for with the lives of tens of thousands of Americans as this virus escalated to a place it never need have gotten. And that is all because of the wasted month of February, where the president was hate tweeting, firing people that he was angry with over impeachment, going on campaign rallies, and golfing. And now the country is paying the price for that. And we should be careful to understand that when the same guy says, well, it'll be back in September, but we'll make it go away really quick, is the same guy when there were 15 cases in the country said soon it would be gone to zero and it would disappear like magic. The lack of credibility in these evening news events is epic and unlike anything we've ever seen. It's a Baghdad Bob show every night of the week, day after day, the airing of the grievances, the airing of his anger issues, the attacks on the governors we see every night, all of the qualities you never, ever want to see in a leader in a crisis when lives are at stake. Imagine ourselves 50 years from now. Imagine we're old men and we're talking to historians trying to understand what happened in the era. And what we'll tell them is that in the year 2016, the American people very narrowly, losing the popular vote but winning the Electoral College, put a reality TV show host and a New York City con man into the office of President of the United States, who was unequipped intellectually, mentally, emotionally, and morally to be the commander-in-chief of the most powerful nation in the world. He didn't understand its history. He didn't understand its systems. He didn't understand its values. He spent years tearing the country apart, attacking vital institutions, alleging conspiracies, internalizing his grievances, conducting himself in an immoral and corrupt way that led to his impeachment. This has been a 3-year reality show circus, and hopefully what this incident will do is bring down the curtain on the reality show era of politics, all of it with finality. Because what we should understand, once again, is that politics and who we put into these positions of power matter profoundly. It is about life and death. And so we're in a life and death moment. And when you read the first drafts of history here and you know what happened, not what the president is lying about every night in these briefings and pretending happened, what really happened is this is one of the most inept responses to a crisis that you could have seen coming. People saw it coming. And as a result, the country has been devastated economically, and tens and tens and tens of thousands of Americans who otherwise would be alive will not. The coronavirus is the leading cause of death in America. He ran on a promise of making America great again. What we see is death, economic collapse, and suffering on an immense scale that nobody in this country could have imagined seeing in our lifetime 60 days ago. That's what his legacy is.